In this video, we are going to take the code that we've created here, and we're actually going to copy and paste it into Codepen. It's a nice little online tool that helps kind of work through simple CSS and HTML code, and as well as you can also use JavaScript. But it's just a nice demo coding tool, and if you really like it, you can kind of build some really cool stuff with it actually. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to open a new window here, and I'm just going to go straight to Codepen. Now, codepen.io is the address. You got to sign up for an account, so go through that process. If you don't have one, this is the time of the video where you pause it and go do it. Oh, hey, welcome back. You got a Codepen account now. Great. So what we're going to do when we have an account, let's just start with create, new pen. And what's cool about this is it kind of takes out a lot of the fluff that's in all of this stuff to kind of you have to get around it just to get some little coding done. But with Codepen, you can just say, hey, I want to make an H1 tag here. Right, hi, I'm a tag. And you can see it'll sort of like autofill it even before you're done writing. No, it's not a div. Whoa. Yep. Caused a problem because I didn't do an H1 tag. It's working on both sides there. Looks like it has some autocomplete that I don't know how to trigger yet. But now I can make some H1 CSS here. So I want to change the color to red. I want to change the background color to green. See, look at that. We're going to change the height. We'll change it to 200 pixels. So you can kind of mess around real quick and see the effect of certain things. Change the width. And a really nice 200 pixels too. Like, what's border radius do? And I'll say 20 pixels. Oh, look at that. That's great. But it's kind of too big for my text. So let's change our font size to 20 pixels here. Oh, there we go. It's a little. Now I can even move this. We're not using any JavaScript. This up and down so I can see what I'm working on here. So we can quickly kind of add stuff. We can even just take our. We can kind of take the whole body if we like here. You can even just take the two divs, copy that guy into the HTML. Boom. Now you can see the styling doesn't work because we don't have an H1 tag in there. Let's get our styles. Copy from here. And just paste this stuff here. So cool, we've got our little project. We'll maximize this. You can change the view, so you can make the code on the left side. Again, dragging these tags, these little toggles down, up and down to show the code that you're interested in. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff. Again, you can now just we'll do the border radius again here. You only get 20 pixels. There we go. Oh, it changed all of them, right? Because we're changing that. What if we want our border radius of our little nested one here to be 50 pixels? There you go. Some change there. So that's 50. The rest of these guys are only 20 pixels. We can even add like a drop shadow. A lot of stuff we haven't covered, but great way to learn is just to kind of see it in action, and that's what Codepen's for. This one, let's see if I can remember offhand how to do a box shadow. And as I'm saying it, I'm realizing it's not drop shadow, it's box shadow. And I know you have to have 4 and then a color, so we'll say black here. And then it did not take effect. So, great way to figure out what that does. We'll do box shadow, CSS, box shadow property. No, W3 Schools is a great place to get this. All right, box shadow. Let's just try this guy. We've got a color and that, so I just copy that code from there. Not sure what that's gonna do, but I'll just paste it in place and see what happens. All right, oh cool, there it is. I see it, yay. It's kind of weird. It doesn't really look like a shadow. See, that made it blurry a little bit. That looks a little bit more like a shadow, but change our hexadecimal to zeros. Now that looks like a drop shadow. So it's only these characters right here. Kind of can you mess around with them. It's a great learn. You can kind of see in action. Oh, okay, so 5. It looks like 5 offsets to the right. Okay, yeah, so 15, 20. So if I do 0, it probably should be hidden. Yeah. Go back to 5. Nope, you can see it pop to the right. 5. What if we add 5 to this one? Okay, so right and down. That makes sense. So if we wanted it, let's see if this works. Let's make a -5. Oh, great. So it went up that way. So if we wanted the shadow to be in that orientation, we could just make those negative. And let's see what this does. Okay, so that looks like it gives it like a blur effect, right? So 5 pixels in depth of blur. So give it more blur. That really looks like a good drop shadow. That's sort of a demo of messing around with different things with CSS, and when you get kind of stuck on something specific and you're trying to make it look one element look a very specific way, this is a great place to kind of mess around. I save it, you know. Whoa. Edit it, you know. Messing around. Save it like that. Then you can also see other people's cool stuff. And there's some amazing things. Look at this. What's this do? Animation in action. Whoa. So that is all done without JavaScript. These kind of things look like they would be a logic heavy thing, and it can be done with CSS. So I'm kind of going and see what they did. They've got a lot going on here, a lot we haven't covered, but it's kind of cool to just mess around with stuff. And there's a border radius, background color, position, width, height, line width, 7 pixels. Kind of looking for something like this that maybe we can change. See if it, oh, there it is. Look at that. So that changed the width a bit. Some animation duration, 4 seconds. So that's probably the whole speed. So see if we speed that up at all. See if that changes things. Oh, that slowed it down. Let's make it 1 second. Ooh. So yeah, looks like they've done some compiler here in HTML. It's a good way to just mess around with stuff and see kind of the extent of what you can do. It's really cool. All right, that's gonna do it for this video. I'm not gonna be coding in VS Code anymore for any of the other demos. However, feel free to create an account and jump on here and mess around with stuff. It's a really, really, really good way to get CSS down, because just by doing it and experimenting with CSS is kind of one of the best ways to learn it. All right, moving on. See you in the next video.